You're headlining at...
Yes. Yeah. Bricktown, April 19th. Tickets bricktowncomedy.com. And then, doing a run with Todd Barry, which will be in Oklahoma City the April 7th. And but 19th is the priority because I'm headlining, so it's up to me to fill the room. Appreciate y'all having me on to
dude,
bullshit. And
thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
We're live on the Rift to Nowhere.
Boom, we made it.
Let's go. More. We got our lovely, beautiful guest today. Wow.
Oh,
Cameron
turns the bat.
Freaking Buchholtz.
Cameron Buchholtz, everybody.
Hey.
Let's go. That's the live studio audience.
Thank you for having me,
dude. Of course. Thanks for coming.
Admiring the elaborate setup.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you guys you have more lights than listeners, it seems, and that's good for.
Yes,
that's correct.
The thing. That is 100% what's going on here, and that was the goal. And it sucks because when we get to like 100 listeners, we're gonna have to
spending a lot at Ugreen or whatever.
So many lights. So many lights. We actually were our last discussion about improving the podcast was
more lights.
It actually, yep.
You've got all the lights, and then still just recording with your phone, which I know does what you need it to do. But I just like that it's like, oh, camera, no, more lights.
Yeah, usually the flash is on. We keep the flashlight.
Sure.
You know what's cheaper than a camera? 84 lights.
But you've got plenty of room to mount them in this room. Like you've got lots of options for just full on studio lighting.
Oh yeah,
you have some space over here, over there. Yep, behind the couch.
Yeah, dude, not much space for a camera in here. I don't see the camera spot.
It's the only room for an iPhone.
Where would it fit?
And don't ever upgrade to a Pro Max because it won't fit between the lights. You gotta stick with the regular sized iPhone.
It's literally a 12 Pro.
Well, there you go. It's not a Max.
It has to fit into the cradle of the tripod.
It's like when you see houses built in the 80s and they have the weird shelf or hole in the wall for like a tube TV.
Yes, dude.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't put a flat screen there.
Yeah, or if you wanted to, it's like only a 19-inch, like shoved up to the front. It's like this is
the scene on The Office.
I don't know, but I feel bad. Like I think of the house that I grew up in high school, and it had like tube TV shelves in the corner of every bedroom.
Oh shit!
So it's like, what do they use that for now? Like
that was a rich family though, because if you had tube TVs in every room,
I mean, I guess I don't know. My dad did work at Rent-A-Center, so he's sold
an access thing.
Know. But I don't think he requested those shelves when the house was built. But
no, dude, who's requested that?
I mean, this was Blanchard, so like it wasn't that fancy.
What an awesome thing to collect. Those little shelves with the tube TV things. Just build walls out of them. That'd be awesome.
We all should have kept our tube TVs, though, because they apparently go for money because gamers want them.
Really?
For the retro games. If you want to play the original Nintendo at its correct aspect ratio,
interesting.
You need the tube TV.
Are we talking about the ones with the dials on them?
I mean, I think some did, but, I'm just talking the big... I guess you're young enough that, box. The big, that weigh 300 pounds and max out at like 36 inches.
We had a dial TV.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were poor, dude.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah, we had them.
Yeah.
I liked the ones in like from the 70s that were essentially furniture, like the wooden box on the floor.
Oh, yeah. They would make it like it was an entertainment center and TV in freaking one, dude.
But but like the screen is like 3 inches off the ground. Like, it's like, why? How about my coffee table is in the way? How am I supposed to watch Matlock on this?
They're like, we're doing the best we can. We haven't developed a base that can support the weight of a thing
that's actually fair.
This far off the ground.
That is. It did need to support a lot of weight. The RCA or Zenith companies were thinking about that.
But that's probably pretty good if you were like racist, because then you could like hold the beer over the Mr. T, so you didn't have to look at him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The TV's on the ground.
Yeah,
dude, you're like, oh, dude, the A-team.
I just imagine all of those like console TVs like that just still reek of cigarettes. Like they were in houses that, like, they
were built out of that weird kind of like development wood that like absorbed everything around it. Just everything in the air. It was just.
That's why in the 70s and 80s everything was like a shade of brown, because so it wouldn't pick up the cigarette tar.
There's resin on the RGB sensors. It just starts to become a yellow TV. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Did you grow up with parents that smoke cigarettes?
No.
Me either.
Not at all.
Do you guys remember the joy of hooking up the game station, whichever one, into the back of the TV with the red, white, and yellow?
Sure.
Yes.
And fucking it up all the time.
Yes.
And just being like, oh, just mix it up. Mix it until it works. I want to play.
You probably
I'll play Pokemon Stadium.
always grew up with the audio, with the left audio coming out of the right channel
Yes.
and the right audio coming out of the left. Like you
1000%.
never, that was never correct.
I'm not going to get behind the TV so I can see what color is coded to this nodule.
Yeah, no, you just feel it. You feel for that little like pinhole.
You just figure out as long as you get the mustard one in correctly, it's going to work.
Yes,
and
yes.
then the ketchup and the mayo can go in either one.
And together it's cane sauce. So like, what did we really learn?
Well, there was no cord with Worcestershire sauce. You need that for cane sauce. And garlic powder and black pepper. But I have that memorized because I have a bit that references the cane sauce recipe.
It is a good bit.
Canes is going to find us and shut us down. They got their guys on it.
I hope. There's that. I forget the name of the comedian, but the comedian's getting sued this week for doing a parody of like a Lion King song.
Yes.
So that the composer of the Lion King song is
seen
like
that.
suing him.
It's so interesting.
It's like Learn More Cerisi, or I can't remember exactly what his name is. He was at Bricktown relatively recently.
He got served on stage.
Yeah.
That was wild.
So we all should start parodying Lion King songs because that dude's getting a lot of publicity from this.
Yeah, oh
Dude,
my
you know
gosh. As long
what's
as you're
really
recording
sad?
your sets, there's no downside. It'll happen eventually. You'll get it. Go viral. Boom.
Exactly, dude.
And that's probably a lesson as to why we all should be always recording our sets, because I bet he wasn't recording when he got served and wishes that he had that clip.
Oh, I saw the video.
Oh, is there
He
a
was
video?
in the
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I assumed that he wasn't recording that night.
It's impressive. It's like the way he handled it was funny.
All right.
But you could tell he was very flustered.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all of us would be. But he was like, he was enjoying it.
I saw a guy get served in the after show, like the meet and greet line. The server waited in line. He was like third in line. He was on it. Like as soon as the line formed, he was like, okay, yeah. And he's like, are you so-and-so? He's like, yeah, of course, yeah. It's like, I love the show. You've been served.
Was this a headliner or a feature?
It was a headliner.
Okay.
Yep.
Like a famous headliner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. I know the story. I think we could say who it is.
Can we?
We can bleep it out.
I mean, is it
We can use this
the
button.
dude from Entourage?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, it was Jeremy
100%.
Piven. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
That's the same weekend that he broke the sign.
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
like,
right.
yeah,
And if I remember right, he was being served for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's when you're a successful actor for 30 years, you don't just suddenly start doing stand-up. You do that because you can no longer get acting gigs, but you can still sell some tickets, so comedy clubs will still book you. Like that's it. Yeah, you're that sort of piece of shit.
Who's the Better Call Saul guy?
Are you talking about
What is his
Bob
name?
Odenkirk?
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. I feel like he stole a lot of Jeremy Piven's work. They're like, oh, you're not a piece of shit, and you can basically do that role. Excellent.
There you go.
Get in there, man.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeremy Piven
Way
is
less problematic.
probably mad that he's not getting some of those like old man action movies.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
but yeah,
The lazy guy.
Jeremy Piven did not seem like a nice person.
No, he sure didn't. He seemed bitter at the world a little bit. Seemed upset, and like things weren't really going his way in the current stretch
And
of
he
things.
took it out on the Bricktown Comedy Club sign.
What does Jeremy Piven look like?
He's Ari Gold on Entourage, or
That's
what's
not going to
the-
help
Jeremy
him.
Piven is 5
That's-
feet and 10 inches,
This
1.78.
guy hasn't.
I don't
seen
think
this
he's
guy.
five.
That's
Jeremy
seen
Piven
this
is not
show.
5'10".
That's what it said.
No way. Oh,
Is
not
he shorter?
He's definitely shorter.
Like
That dude is like
5'6", 5'7".
yeah, I would say 5'7" max.
Yeah.
Well, I really do apologize about him. He will.
No, it's fine, but
Yes. He's a wild man. He's a top. He's a power top.
No, fair enough.
So he
well,
wants to be on
you know
top.
what? I mean, I'm fine being a bottom, but we're gonna fight for the power.
Take out your legs.
Now, dude, you were talking about getting sued. What's really sad about this podcast is we actually have Rainbow Road as the background,
Okay,
and Nintendo is on
they're
it, dude.
litigious.
Dude, they
yeah.
will get you, and they haven't said a damn thing.
Well, I mean, they have to see it first.
exactly.
They have to
That's
be
the
so
sad part.
Our success will be our downfall. As soon as theirs is a blip. Goodbye.
What's weird is my little brother actually works for Nintendo. So I'll put
That's
a word
impressive.
in for you. That, no, he does not. I mean, he does not have any. I can't put a word in, but he does work at Nintendo.
Dude, I think a cease and desist might help.
I'm sure. Yeah, it'll get picked up by IGN or whatever the gaming websites are.
Dude,
Those clicks.
if we can get like a Matrix call or just any amount of heads up so that we can start recording when we get the served.
I mean, I'm looking at your recording board that you use, and that has the phone capabilities. So
You get a call. It's just like, turn on your phone camera right now. Press record. Oh, what's happening? What's happening?
Anytime you see
Men are approaching your car.
a Seattle area code show up, just start recording. I just hope it's Nintendo.
Yeah, dude. I'm always on it. I'm looking at my phone.
Certainly Japan, but I feel like it would come from the Seattle office. It's not.
Yeah. I don't think they would want to deal with us in Japan.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even think about us.
They have bases all over the world for this kind of thing.
It's
For their strikes.
They got one in Greenland. Shit, it's about to be U.S.
I mean, they might be more like, because I know they're fighting against some of the like tariff stuff, and
Oh, I believe it.
and I would imagine that Nintendo can get more done on that than our government can. Like, I think
Nintendo is
Just-
way more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Prosecutor Pikachu. We've got Prosecutor Pikachu on the case.
it's like I thought he was a detective last week. He was. Don't worry about it.
He's got a criminal justice degree.
Waluigi, is much more efficient than the Pentagon, dude. 1,000%.
And in better shape than our president. That's-
Can't say the same about Wario, but he definitely. Donald
you
Trump
said
kind of
you
is.
said Waluigi, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was thinking Wario.
Oh, you were
in my
thinking
head.
Wario.
Yeah.
Dude, Donald
was, you
Trump kind of does look like Wario a little bit.
It's not. Yeah.
It's funny when you said Waluigi, I was like, well, actually, better shape than a lot of them.
Yeah. I was thinking Wario. I
A lot of fat
apologize.
whites in that office.
The thing is, I don't think Trump could grow that good of a mustache.
No way, dude. That mother. I want to see him grow.
He
a beard.
would if he could. Oh my gosh, he would. I feel like he would try and grow like a powerful beard if he could.
I feel like Trump thinks that he's Bowser, but isn't really. Like, I don't know. Like,
He's actually just Jack Black.
No, he's just an out of shape Koopa Troopa, dude. Just run of the mill.
one of the cousins running the shittier castle in the one or two worlds. I don't
He's
know.
Ludwig.
Sure. I mean, I guess is your dog named after like the video game character
Yes,
Mario? Okay.
absolutely.
Then I'm not surprised that you know
I
the
can-
name of the lower Koopa Troopas.
Yeah, dude, they run the castles. Dude, I'll fuck up Ludwig, dude. They got this other one that's pink, and I forgot his name right now. Rex or something. Roy.
Did you call
Roy.
him Mario? Because like growing up, he would jump on turtles or something. Or like, you're just like, I see this in you. You're running through the pipes. You got levels to you.
Yeah,
Loves mushrooms.
that was it. Yeah, dude, no, he's just not a fan of Goombas at all. Goombas does sound like a racial slur of some sort.
I mean, it kind of is. I mean, you think of like mobsters, right? Like, I mean, it's, you know,
I would not want to be called a Goomba.
I don't think you should say that super loud, like in certain neighborhoods in Jersey. Like, I think I would keep my voice down if I was in Bushwick or whatever.
Yeah, you are in
Like,
a
I don't-
concealed carry state, so watch out. Watch out on who you use that on.
Oh, officer, he called me a Goomba. It was a mortal threat.
I was in fear for my life. I didn't know what he would do next.
Like, you don't understand, officer. I said doo-wop. I was talking about the Lauryn Hill. I don't know.
I never get references, so this guy probably did get the reference. But
Lauryn Hill. I've heard the name. I've heard the name Lauryn Hill. I don't know the music as well as I probably should.
She has a song called doo-wop. I think it was called doo-wop that thing. from
doo-wop
her-
also sounds like a racial slur.
Well, that's
It
if
might be.
you leave off the first word, it is. So
Oh,
you know,
Yeah,
that's, yeah.
I didn't know that.
he didn't get the reference.
Right.
He hasn't seen that movie where they get called that.
No, I.
Yep.
Oh, WAP. Okay, took me a minute.
A dog named Mario.
It has nothing to do with the mob. It's all about the pipes. And it's all pipes, Jerry. Boom. You look like you would watch the Food
I watch
Network.
a fair amount of Food Network.
Yeah. Okay, dude. Hell yeah.
I watch a lot of food shows that aren't on the food. Like, I'm a big Top Chef guy, but I
Okay.
don't. But yeah, sure, I can get down on some Food Network.
Do you
sometimes.
think you could? You think you could fuck up one of those shows? You think you could?
No,
You can't cook at all.
I can cook, but not to that level.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
you're
not,
not like-
I'm not. No.
You don't know what to like add to like really spice it up.
Yeah,
Make
I
it
don't.
fancy.
I mean, you know, me and my friends do a chili competition every year, and I consistently come in second. So,
That's
Wow.
annoying though.
Yeah.
but it's out of like it. At one point, there were like 14 people competing, so I felt all right with like,
Yeah.
the number two.
Mm.
And the same person also always wins number one. So
Oh.
like it's kind of like Okay, well, you're just better than me, but I'm better than the rest
It
of
seems
the
like
people.
it might be time for some Scott Teneman chili, if you know what I mean. Get them next year, you know?
Everybody else is just going to drop out next year. It's
I mean,
just going
tastes
to be
good?
you two.
Does that chili taste good? It's your family, all right? You might have won this year, but did you?
It does make me feel good, though. There is always a professional chef, like a dude that runs like a restaurant in the plaza, and I've beat him consistently. So that feels all
Wow.
right. So maybe
Oh,
I could go
hell
on
yeah.
the food shows. I don't know.
Okay. What do you put in your chili?
It changes. I don't know. I
Okay.
just Google a random shit and,
Yeah, that stuff tasted really good. You're like, yeah, this is my grandma's recipe.
It's like it changes. It's whatever meat I find.
yeah, exactly. It's like I'll find one recipe and be like, this is roughly it. And then I'll go to the grocery store and be like, oh, no, that cut of meat that they asked for is way too expensive. We're changing to,
We're going to raccoon.
sure.
Next
need
year
a
is
raccoon.
Mario.
I need a raccoon. Why not?
Dude, a raccoon as a pet.
It actually, I think they're like an invasive species in Japan because they're not supposed to be pets and they're not supposed to be in Japan.
you know-
on the country.
You know what they have in
Well,
in
tanukis.
Japan? They have tanukis. Yes, it's like a fox rabbit or no fox raccoon. It's Japanese, and they
Extra
have it
mischievous.
in the Mario game. So
Right,
like,
when
it's
we
full
were-
circle, guys.
Like the raccoon tail in Mario 3 is actually a tanuki tail.
Yes,
Like we're just dumb Americans and we're like, oh, it's a raccoon, but no.
it's tanuki.
Yeah.
Huh.
But now you mentioned a pet raccoon. I'm pretty sure Oklahoma is one of the few states that's actually legal.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Like I don't know how easily. Like we might be able to go to like Old Paris Flea Market right now and buy a raccoon. Like if you've got like $75 and
They have two stations next to each other. One of them's raccoons. One of them's raccoon hats.
The less dense your population in a state,
Yeah.
the more awesome rules you have. Like you're okay to have a raccoon. You know, there's no one within like 75 feet of you most of the time. Have a raccoon.
I like the idea of the raccoon/raccoon hat booth because then one the dude is like, "Oh, we're out of raccoon hats. We got to close for 5 minutes."
Let's go, dude. Free supply all the time.
Yeah, it's just
It's fresh too. It's like lobsters. We'll make it fresh for you. What if you went to a raccoon hat shop and it was just a bunch of live raccoons? It's like
You just
lobsters.
see them watch them rumble around
Yeah.
at the
Choose
tank.
your raccoon.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you know what? I want a hat of Simon. Like, he's got-
They're wearing
name
name, they're wearing name tags for no reason. Collars to make it worse.
Good, dude.
I want to feel something for this hat.
Oh my god, dude. Speaking of weird rules, Oklahoma, it's a felony to cheat on your spouse. It's not
You only-
honored all the time, but
you only mean if a wife cheats on her husband, right?
oh, it might be. It might be.
It's totally legal for a husband to cheat on a wife, but
It's not enforced, but it is a felony.
Like I said, folks, just awesome rules. There's not a lot of people.
Well,
no, how did you discover that law?
no, I was just scrolling. I scroll way too much,
Fair
and you look like you scroll too,
I mean, enough.
dude. Yeah, I'll fucking scroll. Oh, that's what I'll do, and that's what I saw is that Wisconsin, Michigan, and Oklahoma are the only ones that's a felony. And like most states, it's literally not even a law on the books. A lot of states, there's a misdemeanor, but it's not enforced at all,
Right.
like ever, because that's ridiculous to
What
go
are
to prison.
I wonder how you argue that though, because it's weird that we have laws on the books that are just not enforced.
Well, yeah,
And so it's like, well, if the cheating marriage law is enforced, then why can't I murder? Like it makes all
That's
of
a
our
good point.
laws seem a little like, well, what does it matter?
what's an actual law?
Yeah. Where's that line?
And everything's up to the cop's discretion.
Ooh, I feel like that
Like-
line is probably at the amount, like if someone has a lot of money, good attorney, and they're like,
Sure.
and also we'll ding them on this.
Yeah.
A little technicality that my money ass can find in the books. And I got him now.
I'll get that extra $45 seatbelt ticket.
That's right. That's right. We'll put this on his record also. He'll never get to see the kids.
You know what some idiot told me recently is that it's legal to be on your phone while you're driving in Oklahoma. And I was like, it for sure is not. But you keep thinking that.
I feel like you get your information from like clicking on the tiles on msn.com home on the home screen there. You're just like, wow, it's illegal in it's not illegal in 3 states. That's amazing.
It should be legal to be on your phone when you're driving because when you're like a cop has a full-on laptop in his passenger seat.
Absolutely.
Like, that's way more distracting.
It's ridiculous. I got a seatbelt ticket while I was FaceTiming one time, and I kept the FaceTime on, and he didn't say anything about me being on my phone. I think he was like, I get you, brother. But we're going to give you the $25 seatbelt ticket. And that's it. Have a good day.
You don't wear a seatbelt in that car? Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
I actually was thinking about it last night.
Fast and loose.
Last night, I was in bed, and that's what I was thinking about was, man, if I have an accident without a seatbelt in that car, I am screwed, dude.
I mean, I'm not familiar with your car, but I'm imagining a car where maybe the seatbelt wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Like at that point,
That's
you're
true.
just kind of like, whatever.
He's in a Hot Wheels machine. I mean,
It's a 2001 Honda Civic, man.
All right, well,
Yeah, and it's kicking, dude. 156,000 miles.
that's not a ton for a 25-year-old car.
No, I got it with 109,000 for $2,500. So
oh, it's great.
it was
solid.
yeah, it was a great deal.
So, yeah, you don't need a seatbelt.
Yeah, fuck a seatbelt, dude.
Yeah.
It barely has seatbelts in it. Like it's so old, it almost didn't have a seatbelt.
Yeah, why would you want to live longer than the car will? You know, it's a Toyota, it's a Honda Civic.
It is early 2000s. You're not talking like a car from like the 70s that doesn't have seatbelts in the back seat, but it does have ashtrays. Like, it's not,
Ashtrays built
It's
into
for
the
the kids. It's
armrest.
for the kids.
yeah.
Mario themed ashtrays for the kids.
That can go with the, the station wagons and vans that had the tube TVs in the back.
Yeah. Oh man, best road trip ever.
Car phones, dude.
We went down to San Antonio, got one of those mobile TVs that you could like charge with the car charging port, and no, I'm sorry. It was the GameCube with the attachment you could put on the GameCube and flip up, and it was like a small, tiny screen that 4 of us played Super Smash Brothers on for 7 hours driving to San Antonio.
I'm sure your eyes hurt by the end of that. You couldn't see the San Antonio Canal when you got there because you were too busy trying to squint at Captain Falcon. Like,
Exactly. Like he's not going to get it. He's not going to get me with the Falcon Punch. Not this time.
like of all the games to try to play on a 4-inch screen, like that's not an easy one. Like that's chaotic on a big screen.
Oh yes. It was a step up from that shitty little TV that we had that plugged in.
Imagine trying to play Duck Hunt on that. You would be so inaccurate.
Man, when you're a kid though, you can just
You just
worth it.
We're about
I have
to
it
both
marked on
be
my phone
26.
calendar.
You're going to be 26 too.
I'm going to be 26 and a half.
Yep. Mhm.
On my birthday. I celebrate that. I only celebrate my half birthday.
Josh, you look like shit. Take a
Hey,
nap. Take
yeah.
a nap, man.
I can't.
Because it does not seem like you guys are the same age. I would have guessed. I'm not trying to like fully insult you. I'm just being fully honest. I would have guessed you were like 31, 32.
Ouch.
Like
Jesus.
I would not have thought you
sucks.
were still in your 20s. I'm sorry.
I'm still a young boy.
Yeah, I don't. See, he is immature and childish, and it feels like he could be 26.
Well, I've known sadness.
Sure, okay, fair enough. But well, I also, am in his home right now. I drove through this neighborhood. He also knows sadness. Like, it's not. I don't think you can claim that as a fully exclusive thing over him.
Saw the Civic and the truck in the driveway. He's like,
We're both from Blanchard. I know that he knows sadness.
Dude, that place is whack, dude.
I graduated in 06 and there were like 80 people in my class.
Okay. So it like pretty much doubled in size because I graduated in 18 and it was 150.
Yeah.
So
Worked at the grocery store.
At the
whole bit.
Spencer's?
The Spencer's, the whole bit.
yeah, dude. That's the whole lore. That's all that's in Blanchard.
It's either
Now
that
they
or
have
the
a
Sonic.
Brahms.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff now. But back, I know. This is a weird. I still have trouble sometimes eating at Sonic because the Blanchard Sonic, one of the assistant managers, when I was in high school, one of the assistant managers got scabies because she tried to or did artificially inseminate a horse without wearing gloves.
oh,
So,
whoa.
so apparently, if you're putting horse semen inside of a female horse, that gives you scabies.
Oh, my.
I mean, I gotta go get tested.
If you don't have the equipment for
Right.
it, if you're in Blanchard and
If
you
you're-
just can't find the
If
glass.
you're just freehanding it, and then an hour later have to go to work to make a strawberry cherry limeade or whatever. Like,
She was a car hop.
Isn't that how you make strawberry cherry lemonade?
Yeah, it's and this was long before the days of the Sonic Smasher, but she envisioned it.
Now she's working for corporate.
Yeah.
She's an ideas guy.
But to me, that was Blanchard Sonic, and it sort of sums up Blanchard.
That is,
Dear
that
Lord.
is the perfect way to describe Blanchard.
My goodness.
There was a guy that went there that is still in high school, like senior year. He was doing mushrooms
Mhm.
and got butt ass naked, ran down the neighborhood, molested a dog in front of the family, and is a sex offender now. And I think he listens to the pod.
It probably tried to blame the mushrooms. It's like, no, dude, but that's not what mushrooms do.
Yeah, man.
That's not.
No, dude, that's in you.
Yeah.
That's you.
Well, no, he's in the dog, but like,
Maybe those mushrooms, they didn't make you, but they might have let you. Like, that's like they might have.
they break down the barriers because I don't have that bone in my body.
Well, the dog did. Trying to just to come up with a story of like, no, I was tripping so hard the dog asked for it.
The shrooms are just how he got access to the dog. You got to the family, and they were like, "This guy's just so emotionally open right now." Sure, yeah, you can pet the dog. Sure,
I don't know why he keeps talking about a dragon, but
The dog kept saying rough, and so I was like, I went rougher. I had to keep going rough.
we'll have to ask him to leave a comment. How about that?
and we talking about fucked up laws. Probably the reason that he's a sex offender isn't the dog molestation part. It's just the running down the street naked. Like that part was a separate thing that didn't actually attribute to his.
They're filling out the police report. They'll be like, "Damn, if this was a raccoon, I tell you what, wouldn't even be wasting my time with this." Did to a family dog, this son of a bitch.
I don't know when the trend started of people of needing to take the photo of the lineup of the show at the end of the night. That's a recent thing.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, and it's real annoying to me because there's not a fucking yearbook. Like, why do we need to do this? Like,
exactly.
It's not.
It was to prove that we did a show.
It's exactly that.
But, yeah.
It's weird. It's like a weird like insecurity thing. I think of just like, I've got to prove that I did it. Otherwise people won't think that I actually did it.
Yeah.
What's better is
Or
a
I
clip
wouldn't have done
montage of everybody on stage. That is better than the picture. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody took like a 3-second cut of everybody.
That way, at least it's the act of actually doing the show
Yes,
as opposed
sure.
to just because we could all just be hanging out at Put a Cork in it and decide to take a photo. We don't need a show to do that. I mean, I'm not saying I want to drink wine with you guys, but like, it's not necessary to do a show to take those photos.
Start doing everything that you could take a photo for, call it a show. Just be like, just finished the Thanksgiving show with my family. This is us in the living room.
It's everybody crushed. Great grandma just fucking just
We're at Six Flags. We used the roller coaster picture. We did a show, guys. We did a show.
all 32 of us on Titan crushed. You have to be careful what ride you use the term killed or crushed, though, at Six Flags. 'Cause
Texas
sometimes it's
Giant,
too
dude.
real.
Dude, there was a fat ass lady at Texas Giant that just fell out of the seat and died. It only happens when they're super fat or super tall. Because it's like, it's not.
Can you ride roller coasters?
Oh, I try not to. Try not to all
Okay.
the time. I have ridden the Texas Giant, and that kind of sucked.
It's a good one,
It
but it
jerks you
is
around.
it is jerky a little bit.
Yep.
But I'm always down to get
It's so
jerked
funny
around.
though to think that you got so much momentum being jerked around, having ridden that ride. You're jerked around from side to side, and you just build up so momentum that it's like, boom, 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 and then you're
You're
launched.
just gone. Are you guys ever scared to put your hands up because you might hit the poles? I would rather just keep my hands in the
Well,
vehicle.
that's what I was at. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming there are some roller coasters that you may not be able to ride. I don't
Dude,
know.
the Batman that's the one where you're like hanging, I
Yeah.
think, and
Mhm.
and the
Yeah, your
Superman
feet
too.
dangle.
Yeah, those things.
I
fuck
don't
that.
do the free
Fuck
falls.
that, dude. I know they're not tested for people like with crazy long
With that.
legs because you wouldn't need to. It's like a portion of a percent of the population. Why? So I'm not risking that. I need
And
my legs.
I don't trust. It's always weird to me that like you go to Six Flags and the rides are operated by 17-year-olds.
Yes.
I don't like that at all.
It's like, I mean, I get that really think there's computerized systems that are making everything safe and they're just pushing a button, but it feels like you need to be able to buy booze before you
Yes.
can,
Not only for the competence, right? Alone to know of like, oh, things are going wrong, or I shouldn't do the next ride. I should hang on, but then also to have the confidence to be like, yeah, we can't do the next one. I'm going to say something about it. If I was 17 and I was like, oh, that looks bad. Whatever, dude. They pay me to push the button.
Dude, they're probably all stoned. They're probably all stoned.
Well, and some coasters you can't be overweight, and they have to tell people, well, you can't ride. Make
Too
them
fat.
do the walk of shame back down. But so like that's a 17-year-old to have to tell a 45-year-old lady, sorry, you can't ride.
And good luck if she's black.
Dude, she gets in my face about that. She's getting to ride. I tell you what.
Oh, hell no. I told you I was going to ride the Texas Giant today. Shit.
I'm going to hell.
Yeah, you took it a different direction than what I was really thinking about, but
It's a good point still.
I mean, we're talking about Six Flags over Texas, not over Georgia. But it's different. They don't have a Texas Giant there, but
Dude, everything is
there's
bigger
called
in
Twisted
Texas.
Cyclone, but
Twisted Cyclone?
that's the one that is the same company and same basic ride as the Texas
The
Giant
Texas
at Six Flags over Georgia and Atlanta.
How many Six Flags have you been to?
I've been to Six Flags St. Louis. I guess that's it. So just the 3 or 4
Okay.
if you count Frontier City because it is owned by Six Flags.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no,
They-
and I've been to San Antonio too.
Yep,
So I've
they
been
got
to
one too.
I've been at quite
They
a
have
few.
a Six Flags in San Antonio?
They do, yeah. Fiesta Texas is what it's called.
I thought it was Schlitterbahn.
Well, Schlitterbahn
But
is
that's
down
the
in New
water park.
Braunfels. That's
Yeah,
the water
that too.
park, and they have a SeaWorld in San Antonio as well.
Yes.
I went through a weird amusement park nerdery like during and shortly after COVID. Like I started watching amusement park videos during lockdown. And then,
I gotta go try to win one of those stuffed
Oh, that's
animals.
great. That's so funny watching those videos and be like, God, how good we used to have
right?
it. Here at home in the lockdown.
In like 2021, I went on like a weird roller coaster, or 2 different roller coaster trips where I went to I drove up to the amusement park in Kansas City and then one in Iowa and then St. Louis and Branson and back home. Like,
Were you
and
going to
and I did all this by myself, by the way. Like I'm like going. It's a weird feeling to be at an amusement park by yourself, but I just embraced it. Like I've got my AirPods in, and
So the trip is to go like specifically just to go to the.
I spent 5 days just going to all the amusement parks, like. And then like a few months before that, I went and did the 3, like the SeaWorld and the 2 Six Flags in Texas. Like
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
Which state on that 5-day trek? Which one was the pinnacle of all? of them?
I mean, the nicest theme park is probably Silver Dollar City.
Really?
in Brent- like,
Damn,
that's
I
a,
did not
you know,
want to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, Branson's such a weird town because it's all these like, it's sort of Vegas for old people, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Just like all these shows of weird Christian singers and magicians and Yakov Smirnoff for some reason.
And pianos that make the water go. Psh,
Yeah.
psh.
And then there's the typical like tourist trap town stuff, like the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
Dude, I've been to that in what's the Florida one? They got one in Panama City.
Okay, yeah.
I've been to that one.
I think they're all the same. Like they're like basically they've all got, the statue of the world's tallest man and the
lady with the big old lips, dude.
or the lizard man.
Did they have the rubber band ball there?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Ooh, they had a rubber band ball in Missouri.
like a big one?
And there's like a tunnel you walk through and it's like, ooh, disorienting.
Yeah. I'm weirdly friends with the lizard man.
What?
Yeah, so the dude that was on like Ripley's Believe It or Not and is like a sideshow performer where he's tattooed from head to toe like a lizard, has like a split tongue and like weird bone implants on his eyebrows and shit. So he did he did comedy in Austin when I lived in Austin.
No way.
Yeah, because he's a sideshow performer. So he, obviously looks insane like a lizard.
Yeah.
And then also does like crazy like sword swallowing and like all the weird sideshow shit.
Oh, cool.
And he would like open for bands. Like he would do like the Jägermeister tour every year, like opening for like Disturbed or Slipknot or whatever. And a lot of times the venues that they would perform at, their like insurance wouldn't cover his weird sideshow shit. Like he wouldn't let him swallow swords.
Yeah.
So he had to just start doing stand-up.
Was it funny?
Sure. I like Eric a lot. stand-up was never exactly this, but it didn't need to be. He's a fucking lizard.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lizard doing stand up is pretty fucking funny.
And in some ways, it's a disadvantage because if he tries to talk about anything other than looking like a lizard, he can't. Like, it's not. That's,
Anyone else's body temperature totally dependent on the room?
I'm gonna go find a rock after this.
It's hot in here. I am hot.
so it's, he's I think it gives him a little pop up front because people are like, oh, holy shit, that's the lizard man. And
Yeah.
but after that, it's probably a lot harder to be funny when you look like a lizard.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to imagine a lizard doing my act, and I think it's very funny.
You could just do lizard joke. You could do lizard jokes the entire time. Just be like, when you leave a bitch with your eggs, bitch don't crack none of my eggs. Them's my babies. Them's our baby. A brood. When you're about to hatch a brood.
Because he's kind of like a punk rock, like metal dude. So I think he very much was like, no, I'm not gonna talk. Like, I'm not doing the corny. He's not showing up to the gig wearing a gecko Hawaii shirt.
Yeah. He still wants to be able to talk about Disturbed in the set.
Right. It's still
his love for rock. I am a lizard, yes, but I also love Pantera.
Also, my favorite thing about the lizard man is that he posts his pet on his Instagram like all the time. And what is his pet? Not a fucking lizard. He's got ferrets.
Of course he has fucking ferrets, dude. He probably smells like a ferret before he even had the ferrets. That's why he has the ferrets. He's like, these smell like me.
No, I don't smell like a ferret. I smell like a lizard. Are you blind?
I mean, granted, we sleep in the same wood shavings, but but it's very weird. He has a statue of himself at every like Ripley's Believe It or Not museum.
Wow,
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. But how do we get up? Oh, because Branson.
Yes.
I was gonna say that. So yeah, Yakov Smirnoff has his theater there. Are you familiar with Yakov Smirnoff?
I mean, I've heard the name. It sounds very familiar.
he did a great interview. I think it was with Sam Talent that I saw. He's starting a podcast. He actually does ask like pretty good questions. He's a good guy.
Interesting.
Seemed to be a good head on.
Yakov
I'm
Smirnoff
stuck
is a-
on Yakov. Dude.
Yeah, Yakov.
That's your name.
He was a comic from the 80s that was from Russia. So like during like the end of the Cold War and the fall of the whatever. And it's like the main punchline was like, what a country. And it's just all the different, it's like in Mother Russia this, and then America here. Like it's all that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got like Christian, and after 9/11, I think very patriotic and very, because he's an immigrant and very proud to be an American. And so he has a theater in Branson. And technically, Yakov Smirnoff is the first stand-up comedian that I ever saw live.
Oh, wow.
Because my family went to that show when I was like
wanted
12.
to go all the time. We'd go to Branson we had timeshare, right? Like that was the thing they'd sell us, and we'd see those signs and just be like, "Can we go? Can we go?" And they'd be like, maybe later. I don't know.
We don't want you being indoctrinated
he had a
with Russian
residency.
propaganda.
Yeah, he had a residency there for forever.
Yeah,
since coming to the States, I feel like
he
that was
owns the
pretty
theater
badass.
there.
But
and
then now he has the theater.
Yeah, and it's like 6 months out of the year, he's just performing every other day in Branson. And,
That's badass. Would you guys do a residency like that?
I mean, I'm sure the money is fucking great. Like, if you're at that level, even in Branson, but even like people make fun of like Carrot Top, but it's like that dude sells out the theater at the Luxor like every other day.
Yeah.
He's making so much money, and he doesn't have to be on the road or anything. He just
Right, exactly. You know where you're going to be. It creates stability. You get paid to do it. You get to work on the thing. You get time guaranteed all this time. Like what you do with that time is up to you, and if you grow from there, that's up to you. Like, yeah, that would be an awesome opportunity, of course.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing as cruise ships, or a similar thing there. Except cruise ships, you just know where you'll be. It's not like, yay, I get to be setting roots at this place. With a residency, you get to be like, oh, good, my family lives within 15 minutes of where I'll be doing the show. This is just like, I know I'll be gone for these 3 months. It
Yeah.
would be a cruise ship.
The cruise ship.
But residency preferred.
Have you guys done cruises?
No, I've never done a cruise ship.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, or been on a
but it
cruise.
just
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Never
like,
done a cruise
being
or,
on
yeah,
one.
never, yeah, no.
would not want to. Okay.
I'm scared of them. I don't want to look out and not see land. I don't like that feeling.
Oh, see, that doesn't bother me. And
I'm a
I
land
actually,
boy.
so my mom was raised on a sailboat. So until she was like 14, she lived on a sailboat.
And then ended up in Blanchard, Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, because at like 14, when she was like getting into high school, she was like, no, I can't live on a fucking sailboat anymore. So she moved in with her grandma who lived in Mustang. So like,
Whoa. Okay.
From a sailboat to Mustang.
yeah.
A
But
woman's story.
So I've got like, the sea is in my blood. Like in terms of like my grandpa is like a giant. And to the fact that, so as my grandparents were getting older, it was living on the boat was really hard on like my grandma's like hips because, with the constant movement and whatever. So the doctor told her that she can't live on a boat anymore. So her and my grandpa got divorced. Grandpa chose the boat. He chose the boat. They got back together like 2 years later. And now they're back together.
She's like, I kind of miss the boat a little bit.
Well, they don't live on the boat anymore, sadly.
Yeah, right.
They can't. After 2 years, he was like, okay, I can get rid of the boat now.
Oh wait, I am getting old.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
That was kind of impulsive of me to do.
Right. But yeah, dude chose the boat over his wife and mother of his children.
He chose the boat.
Oh man, what a bro move! And then what a solid move after that of being like tail between your legs. Like, yeah, okay, I fucked up.
Yeah.
You're right. It was silly. I'm covered in salt and seaweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
But,
short sighted.
But he got his last voyage in or whatever, and felt like he was good.
That's legit, man. I want to meet your grandpa.
But which is to say that shit, I'm not scared of a cruise ship. To me, I would kind of like to go on a cruise ship. I would probably like the idea of just unlimited food and drink for that amount of time. Like that's really appealing to me of like, you just not having to care about that at all.
That's interesting.
And I know most of the cruise ship companies and stuff, the food isn't that great or whatever, but there's so much of it. So
yeah, you get to work out every day. You get food.
I mean, I'm not
taken care
doing
of.
that, but
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. And you can walk. You can walk every day.
The amount of steps that my cabin to the buffet is going to be the main amount of
the rigidity of schedule. That's what I like. Yeah, where it's just boom, 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 boom.
I've seen a video of a pool table on a cruise ship that they didn't put a gyro in.
So it's just
So it literally like I saw them break it and then all the balls just like fall to one side. It's so funny.
If you're playing during a storm, it's like expert mode. It's crazy how like cheap some cruises are. Like I've seen like where in some places it could be cheaper to like live on a sailboat or not on a sailboat, on a cruise ship than have like an actual.
Oh, weird.
Like, yeah, because all of your food and everything is all taken care of. So like,
but you can't like do anything. Like that'd be nice if you were old.
Right. That's what people like it's like cheaper to retire to a cruise ship than it is sometimes to like live in a nursing home or whatever.
They're gonna have like hospice cruise ships from like eventually.
Well, I mean, I think some of them probably already are, depending on what company you cruise with. Like
this is the Integris cruise ship.
Well, yeah.
You seem like you could work clean.
I can work clean. I can do like 30 clean if I needed to. Like I've done enough weird corporate gigs and private gigs that I've had to be clean that it's not ideal.
Nice.
Like I'm not, but I can do it.
Yeah, it's
this
jokes.
upcoming show, is that going to be clean?
It is not. No. None of my upcoming shows. Well, I mean, some of them are. I'm doing a run with the great Todd Barry. And,
hell
I
yeah.
stay pretty clean when I open for Todd.
Nice.
So that's,
Hell
that
yeah.
makes sense.
because that's really in general when you're hosting or opening, you really should lean on the cleaner side to be respectful to the headliner.
Exactly, dude.
Let them break that open when they want to.
Being a host is like that's what I had to learn. Like this is one of my recent lessons. Is like, dude, host is like that's a totally different animal. Like because when I do my act, I'm like jumping around and shit. But like when I host, I'm kind of like I'm just gonna stand here and just tell my jokes because just to be respectful.
And you have to learn as a host that it's not your show.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really why you're there. Like you're there to just steer the ship. We're going to keep talking about boats. And not, so you can't be too dirty or be too crazy. And like, you're the professional on the show.
Yeah. You got to get your mind out of the rudder and so Cameron, you're really good at like interviews and stuff.
Thank you.
So I brought a couple of questions.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't usually interview.
Yeah. I didn't expect to
we
really
just-
be,
yeah.
but that's fine.
But I wanted to respect our guest and like what he does. You know what I'm saying? So what's just a few questions here.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite women's sport?
Women's sport?
Yeah.
I mean, you could make the obvious joke of like what beach volleyball or like.
That's what I would say.
That's
Like, I
not a
don't
joke, man. That's
Well,
not. That's beach volleyball is serious business. It's a hell of a game.
I remember like back on like the original Xbox days or like PS2 days, there was a like women's beach volleyball
Dead
game.
or alive.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was an offshoot of a fighting game.
I need to
It was-
find this.
So it was the characters of a fighting game playing beach volleyball, but it was so clearly just porn for people who aren't old enough to buy porn.
I just remember the cover.
It's like it was, original Xbox PS2. That's like the first era where the graphics, they were able to get like, some bouncing down.
Yeah.
So the physics of the bounce was a little more realistic. So they were able to really lean into that with the volleyball game.
They spend more time on the jiggle than they do. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I can't imagine that game like was fun to play. Like that wasn't the point at all.
I don't even think the buttons worked. It was all jiggle physics.
everything is just A. Press A. Just jam A over and over again.
I'm trying to think of there was another game in that same era that was, I think it was called like the man game, or do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
pervy something. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like you're some short pervy guy.
oh no, you're talking about Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry is another one that
That is the
was
one I
like
was
a
thinking of.
90s, like that was like a point and click game but yeah, it was all about a dude trying to get laid. But no, this other one was like, it was like in the Girls Gone Wild age, but it was like a trivia game. But when you answered questions correctly, the women would take off their clothes more and more. And it was hosted by this comedian named Matt Sadler, who's like a Texas comic that I know. But
Dude,
it was out.
ask him who the 6th president was.
Well,
We'll get some clothes off real quick.
He was the host, but he doesn't know the answer to those questions. But what's fucked up is it was out for like 6 months, and then it came out that one of the girls was underage.
Oh shit!
So,
in
like,
the game.
In the
Oh,
game,
fuck.
yeah. So they had to like pull the game off shelves. And like technically it's illegal now, but I think like, shitty game stores and stuff, if they have it, will still sell it. But it's like hundreds of dollars and you're kind of buying child porn.
Oh, poor,
Yeah, and I'm not going to Game HQ after this.
poor Sadler. What a nightmare
Yeah, right.
situation
Yeah,
for
you're
the
just-
host.
Yeah, you're just a comic who gets a gig. Like, I'm going to be on an Xbox
Finally.
game. Yeah.
They're making a game about me. Oh yeah, the child porn game.
Literally.
Oh, it's CP Sadler over here.
But no, back to
man.
so favorite women's sport. I mean, I'm not going to legitimately say women's beach volleyball. That seems. I mean, I guess you could say WNBA. I've seen more than 5 minutes of that in the last year, and that's the only women's sport that I've seen more than 5 minutes of in the last year.
Women's fighting is actually really cool.
Okay, I like just the idea, like the WNBA teams, their names always sound fake. Like I
Aja
can't
Wilson?
even think. No, not the players. The teams.
Yeah.
Oh, the teams. Yeah.
Like
It's
the Wisconsin Sizzlers.
See, that could be a real one. I don't know. It always feels like the name of a team in a lower budget movie that couldn't get the rights for real pro teams. Like that's what the names always sound like
Let's
to
see.
me.
They got the Wings. They got the Connecticut Sun.
The Starlings.
Just one Sun. Just
Just
Sun.
a single, yeah,
Just Sun.
all powerful.
Yeah. There's the Liberty.
Sure,
Go Freedom.
that's.
It's,
See, they all. It's like the same level of names as like an arena football league team.
it is arena football almost. I could
And
totally
that's
see that.
it's not the women's fault. And I know they're making strides, but it's just the team names sound fake to me.
They upped the minimum, the league minimum. That's new.
They had to meet minimum wage. No, I think they do. That was in the 90s, but
Oh man. Yeah, women's sports are awesome.
I mean, we're only like 5 miles away from the softball mecca, so I guess I could say that.
Dude, yeah, we live in Softballville. Like Oklahoma City is
Mhm.
softball village.
And I live on
Oh.
the northeast side, so I'm like
we have the
close.
Softball Hall of Fame.
Are we saying there's just like a bunch of lesbians here, or what does he mean, softballville? Like it's saturated?
I'm not going to play into that stereotype.
we
What do we mean by softball city?
we have the World Series of college softball every year in Oklahoma City, and we also have the Softball Hall of Fame, and also for the Olympics. So the LA didn't have enough stuff to do the rowing stuff, and so the people in LA were like, "Can we use your river sport
Yeah.
for the rowing?" And the mayor, David Holt, she is eating paper. The mayor, David Holt, was like, "We'll let you use the river sport. Give us softball." And they said no. And so David Holt was like, "Okay, you can't have river sport then." Stood on business. They came back and were like, "You know what? We'll give you the softball."
Oh,
So we're getting softball in the Olympics.
That
'Cause
is
David
cool.
Holt stood on business.
That is actually very cool. I see why we're softball city.
Yes.
Softball
Well,
city.
yeah,
That's
our-
cool.
The complex there next to the zoo is like the largest softball stadium in the country. Like that's
Whoa.
why they have the World Series here every time too, because like the other places can't support it.
I
in
have
the
no
same way.
idea. I have no idea what complex. I mean, I know Remington Park.
It's like over there. It's in that
Okay.
same like,
Yeah.
and that's OU wins the softball championship basically every year.
Every fucking
and
year.
people complain because it's like, well, it's almost a home game for them, but
We're training Olympians in
Yeah.
our softball facility. They're getting like the best.
We'll call it the men's baseball is in like Kansas, and Kansas never wins. So
Yeah.
I could see why people would be upset.
and it's nice to think about that we're gonna have the Olympics at the river sport and the softball thing, but the Olympics aren't happening this time, right? Like we're at war, and when you think all the foreign Olympics are gonna come to Red State, Oklahoma under Donald Trump's rule, that's not. I don't.
It was like I think it might have been the only state that was all red
Yeah.
counties
Yeah.
for the presidential
For-
election.
Almost every year. So yeah, I don't think the soccer players from Venezuela are going to feel great about coming to America this next Olympics. Like that's not.
Dude, we are going to have some awesome Mike nights. That is going to be so cool. Just like some first timers just being like, so what do you do for work? And then they like can't answer. Be like, what? You don't like me? You don't like me? Am I a piece of shit? Just like crumble under the pressure. Be like, what do you mean you're bilingual? What do you mean you said you're from a country I haven't heard of before? Huh? And just fold.
It would be so fun.
Like you started it. So
I want to see Jonathan Groth deal with a Venezuelan.
just an Oklahoma comic open mic or just being like, you look different. What's your deal?
I feel bad for the Olympians that have to come here instead of be a part of the main ceremony in LA. Because like I think a main thing of Olympic athletes is they have that like Olympic village where they all stay.
Yeah,
and,
they do
there's
fucking-
lots of fucking.
Yep.
That's a
'Cause you're
good
just-
point.
Yeah, it's like you're all.
They like run out of condoms every year. Like, give them more. They run out of them every year. Why haven't we upped the number?
Well, but then it becomes a game of they have to run out. Like it's
Right.
we got to be better than the 4 years ago Olympics. We can't leave condoms behind.
It's a line on Kalshi how long it's going to take. Over under 3 days.
But that's got to be amazing. Like it's just a whole like dormitory of young people in the peak of their physical form, having like arguably probably the best time of their life. Just like, yeah, let's all just fucking go wild. I want to,
And they're going to try to do that in Oklahoma
yeah.
City.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The poor people, it's only going to be the river sport people and the softball players.
Yep.
Instead of
Dude, some big old backs on those people, dude. A lot of back.
the poor guy that's like the championship rower is going to show up thinking he's going to get laid so many times, and he just walks into the dormitory full of softball players,
Yep.
and it's like, nope, this isn't. I guess I'm still just hooking up with Susan on my own row team again. Like,
Their hearts are with the diamond,
just watching clips of all the Olympian athletes in LA use all the condoms. Like,
It's not porn. This is research.
and they're probably going to have to like stay in Bricktown or some shit. Like,
They're gonna hate it so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'll be like, there's nothing to do. What am I going to do? Eat? I mean, I just have to eat? That's it?
We do have good food. I will say that.
Of course we do.
So
That's why the people are so fat.
like, what country do you think is the best at those like river sport? Like, what?
maybe like Cuba.
Well,
They just
are they an Olympic team?
I don't know.
Do we compete against them?
I have no clue.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I watched a second of this past Winter Olympics.
I watched a little. Dude, the curling is interesting.
There's no way the curling dudes get laid, right?
I don't know, dude.
They're not. I mean, if they are, they're not like doing it with the figure skaters. Like, there's lines and like levels for sure.
If I had to guess, they're probably the party boys. Because they don't have to like have a lot of commitment physically.
That's fair. Yeah,
they get to like take it easy when
Well,
they're
you
not
could
playing.
get fucked up.
Yeah, you could curl hungover.
Yeah,
Like,
you could curl on
Oh,
cocaine.
probably a lot of those winter sports. You could drink a lot
Yeah.
more than like. It's not.
It probably helps to have a couple of whiskey shots in you when you're going down the slopes.
Yeah, they're all, when it's that cold, everybody's just drinking Wisconsinably. And like,
Nice. That's really good.
Yeah, those fuckers are not Canada Dry.
Oh, you mean the water squatch? 50 Shades of God. There's no way just have regular sized organs.
I was throwing up my toenails.
I was using dogs on a mouse.
Parking lot Joel, that's what I was known for.
Gosh, he was a man. Do you ever think about how big Shaquille O'Neal's ass has to be?